Everybody do it better, you know we drip the best. We cover everything from the south to the west. It's a whole lot of drip, you know. It's a whole lot of drip, you know. Hey, it's a whole lot of drip, you know. It's a whole lot of drip.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Double Team. Today we had the pleasure of being at the Kraken game as they faced off against the Nashville Predators. So we're just going to break down each period, what we noticed from each period, and give you a brief summary as to what happened.
One thing I did notice was that they're giving out bobbleheads today.
It was John Forslund, Forslund, I don't want to say that wrong. It was John Forslund bobblehead night. The difference between this one compared to other ones is it talks.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's
That's
a talking bobblehead.
Do we know what it says?
Probably something along the lines of his famous lines, like "It's Kraken hockey, baby," or yeah, "Hey, what do you say?" Yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't bring one into the studio with us.
But editing can come in, so I'll be back.
Okay, so you want to read the box for us?
Hey, what do you say? John Forslund. John Forslund is the best in the business. He's the play-by-play announcer for the Seattle Kraken's TV broadcast on Root Sports. With over 30 years of experience calling hockey, he brings passion, humor, and a warmth to every game he calls. His catchphrases, hey, what do you say? And that's Kraken hockey, baby, have quickly been adopted by Kraken fans.
All right. And funny enough, you could see this one is backwards. So I don't know if it was intentional, but the funny thing about it is he's backwards here, but he's facing us here in this graphic. So it kind of makes sense.
It does make sense, too.
But let's go ahead and open him up. Go ahead and pull him out.
Oh, wow, it's pretty heavy duty.
We got the speaker in the back there.
Oh, yes, and see the button right there?
Okay, go ahead and push him. And
oh, wow.
as we suspected, the two lines that we thought would probably be included in the talking bobblehead. Does he have more? So those are the main
It goes through both phrases? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And those are the main two. I mean, those are probably the ones that he's most well known for that, like the box says, that Kraken fans also use.
It's very well made, too. The base is solid, you know?
I gotta say, it's one of the better detailed bobbleheads.
Yeah, and the head just feels solid to the body. I like this one.
Yeah. The little microphone has Root Sports on it. Yeah, it's a heavy one. But yes, that was our bobblehead for tonight. Again, we faced the Nashville Predators, and the last time that Soros was in net for the Predators, they shut out the Seattle Kraken 3-0.
Oh, wow.
Nashville got the puck into the net first, a power play goal by Tommy Novak at the 6:35-minute mark. Seattle also scored a power play goal later in the period. They tied the game at 1 with their own power play goal. It was a shot from Bjorkstrand with the assist from Schultz and McCann. It wouldn't be long before we heard McCann's name again as he scored his own goal on the assist from Yanni Gourde. And that assist from Yanni Gourde gave him his 100th point as a Seattle Kraken. The Kraken ended the period with 9 shots on goal. Meanwhile, the Predators had 12 for a score of Kraken 2-1. The Kraken ended the period with 6 block shots while the Predators had 9. The penalties were pretty similar. The Predators had 3, Kraken had 2. And we moved on to the second period after intermission with a 2-1 lead.
Moving on to the second period, it was a defense-heavy situation in what seemed like a period where there wasn't too much going on. Both teams doubled their shots. The Predators scored on a power play. Will Borgen was called for holding, and Roman Josi maximized on that opportunity. Not long after, though, Brian Dumlin scored the response goal to retake the lead, his second of the season. Go Kraken. Gruby was given a penalty where he was quite shaken up. We seen him down there in the back end of the goal. I wasn't sure what he was doing out of the goal. It kind of scared me a little. But
Yeah.
I seen him kind of grimacing as he was going towards the side. Schwartz took the time box for Gruby, and he was able to get back into the game. We ended up taking that period 3-2.
Yeah. So more on the Gruby situation, just because I was a little confused by him being called on the penalty. I wish I would have gotten that on video just so that we could review. But he, like you said, he steps out of his area and kind of brings out the right leg. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I think they called him for tripping.
They did call him for tripping, so that's why Schwartz took the time in the box, which I wondered how that was going to work. I wasn't sure if maybe Joey Decord, like you said, was going to have to come in for him.
At first, I thought it was an injury play. I didn't know there was a penalty called. I seen him walking towards the court. I seen Decord with his hat on, ready. But
yeah, I think he probably thought the same thing. They probably thought if he's not ready to go, then we'll have to sub him in or sub him out. But Schwartz took the time in the penalty box, as you said, and Gruby finished out the period.
Yeah, I believe he finished this game strong.
Yeah. The third period. I don't want to start with that.
Yeah, maybe like are you telling me the third period, or are you going to tell them?
As Matt mentioned, the Kraken took a 3-2 lead into the third period, where things were a lot of the same as the second period. Not a lot going on, definitely more shots being taken, but the one shot that went in was more of an insurance shot by Vince Dunn, who gave the Kraken the 2-goal lead with a goal at the 8:38-minute mark in the period. And that was Dunn's second of the season. The Kraken would go on to win as time expired. They won 4-2. They finished with a total of 31 shots on goal to the Predators' 34 shots on goal. So a little bit more saves that Gruby had to make. Grubauer ends the game with 32 saves and a save percentage of .941. Meanwhile, Saros ends the game with 27 saves and a save percentage of .871.
Wow, Gruby was active today. And I believe the other side too. I kind of want to move into the stars of the game. My favorite part is when they eat the fish. When you catch a game, make sure you stay to watch them eat the fish. It's always fun.
If it's a win.
Yeah, then they're passing out signed salmon, stuffed salmon.
Yeah, some sort of fish. Is it salmon?
I'm not sure. It changes, I think, annually, where they'll change the style of the fish.
Yeah, we did get some cool clips of that, so we'll play that once the stars of the game are announced here. But why don't you tell us? They go in an order of 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us who those were?
I believe Brian Dumlin was first throwing the fish, so he was the number 3 star of the game with 1 goal. Jared McCann, he was number 2 with 1 goal and 1 assist. As far as the star of the game, I'm pretty sure we all know is Philip Grubauer with the 32 saves. He was definitely exciting to watch.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning of the wrap-up here, Saros got the shutout win the last time that we played them. So them getting the 4 goals on him was a turnaround. They needed it. They needed to attack. They did just that, and they got them in the net. So the Kraken will face off against the Calgary Flames on Saturday. So if you want to catch some eating of some fish, of course, again, if it's a win, they do the stars of the game if it's a win for the Kraken. So if you want to catch some fish or test your luck at catching some fish, then try to make it and cheer on our Kraken and help defend the deep with us.
Everybody do it better, you know we drip the best. We cover everything from the south to the west. It's a whole lot of drip, you know. It's a whole lot of drip, you know. Hey, it's a whole lot of drip, you know. It's a whole lot of drip.